What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a top 10 list for you guys. In this video, I'm going to give you a list of 10 films that I'd like to recommend to you if you enjoyed Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. These are films that I really enjoyed, and I think you will enjoy, especially if you liked Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, why am I recommending these films? Well, I'm a big fan of the Hong Kong action genre and Hong Kong films in general, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is deeply inspired by these films. And there's a lot of major influence from these, not just these films, but like just the Hong Kong cinema in general, especially since we have a lot of actors from Hong Kong, China, and even the stunt coordinators. Two of the stunt coordinators, Andy Chang and the late and great Brad Allen, are actually part of the Jackie Chan stunt team. So there's definitely the influences there. And if you're somebody who would like to open your open your mind and expand your films, the films that you watch, to foreign films, I'd like to recommend these ones, especially if you don't mind reading subtitles. So let's just start in no particular order. Kung Fu Hustle, starring and directed by the great Stephen Chow. He's a comedic genius, and this is a kung fu film that is in the tradition of Shaolin Soccer. If you've watched that, he also stars and directed that film, and it also stars Yunhua, who plays, I think his name is Guangbo in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And this is a film that is it's funny, it's action packed. It even has a character with 10, like actually more than 10 rings, okay, who uses it as a weapon without any magical abilities. And it's just a really fun martial arts movie that has very stylized cartoon kung fu action. So I think you'll really enjoy that. Number 9 is Crazy Rich Asians, which also stars Awkwafina and Michelle Yeoh. And this is like a full-on Asian representation film. It's a romance comedy, and it's got a full-on Asian cast, much like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And I really enjoyed this. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much, but I thought it was a really great movie. Number 8 is Police Story 3 Super Cop. And this is a film where Jackie Chan and Michelle Yeoh, as far as I know, collaborate in a film for the very first time, and she kicks so much ass. This movie was made, oh man, I think it was made like 30 years, like I don't even know exactly how long ago it was, but it was a long time ago. And like obviously she's much younger and way more agile, and she just watch her kick ass, okay? It's pretty amazing. And to see her also work together with Jackie Chan is quite a delight. Number 7, Hero, directed by Zhang Yimou. It's a very artistic Chinese martial arts film. It also stars Tony Leung, and it also has Donnie Yen and Jet Li. Donnie Yen and Jet Li have a fight together, and it's just a very beautiful and epic martial arts film. Number 6, In the Mood for Love, starring Tony Leung. If you really enjoy Tony Leung's performance in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, then you're going to really enjoy his performance in the Mood for Love. It's a romance drama. It's about forbidden love. It also stars Maggie Cheung, who is really amazing. She was also in Hero. They're working together again. And like I actually watched this film on the first time on the big screen at a local cinema here, and I'm just telling myself, like, why didn't I watch this film earlier? It's just so great. Number 5, Infernal Affairs, also starring Tony Leung. He plays an undercover cop. No, he plays an undercover. He's an undercover cop who is trying to who's going to be a mole in the gangs, right, in the Hong Kong triads, and really great performance. This is the film that The Departed remade, okay? You know, the smart Scorsese film, The Departed, they remade Infernal Affairs, actually. And Infernal Affairs is such an awesome film. I really like it. Number 4, Hard Boiled. This one stars the great Chow Yun-fat and the great Tony Leung. Two great actors in the most epic action film ever, or at least one of the greatest action films ever, directed by John Woo, his best Hong Kong film to date before he left Hong Kong for Hollywood. Now he's back in Hong Kong. Anyways, but it is amazing. I mean, and once again, Tony Leung does play an undercover cop, but there's way more action in this one. And there's so much crazy action in this film, and I just loved watching Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung work together, and not only that, in a crazy kick-ass action movie. Okay, number 3, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This is a wuxia film that ended up with a lot of Oscar nominations and awards. It came out in 2000 or 2001. It's directed by Ang Lee. It stars Chow Yun-fat, Zhang Ziyi, Michelle Yeoh, and it is like and Chang Chen, who also will be in the upcoming Dune movie. This is a great film. It's got great martial arts action. It's a beautiful film, great cinematography, and the action is actually choreographed and directed by the great Yuen Woo-ping, who actually choreographed and directed the action in Kill Bill and The Matrix and a lot of other great martial arts films. So do check that out. The Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi fight is freaking epic. Okay, number 2, Bruce Lee's last film. Well, actually, that would be Game of Death. But Bruce Lee's... anyways, Enter the Dragon, okay? Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee's... Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings almost has a bit of an Enter the Dragon vibe to it, because at the end of the day, it's two characters of Chinese descent who are venturing into like the world of the unknown, and they have to fight their way out of it. So Enter the Dragon is a great movie. It's a classic. It's a Bruce Lee classic. You got to check that out. Finally, number 1, and you know what? This film, like I'm putting these list of films in no particular order, but I'm just gonna throw this as number 1. It's The Raid, also known as The Raid Redemption. It's an Indonesian martial arts film. A lot of people calling it the greatest martial arts film or greatest action film of all time. The action is crazy in this film. No wires, just straight up raw fighting. Okay, no visual effects. Just like crazy fighting. The fighting is non-stop. They're long, extended, prolonged sequences of well-choreographed violence. And it's just so good. A lot of people talk about this film, how brutal it is, how the fights are so crazy. And, you know, if you enjoyed the fights in Shang-Chi, you're going to like this one even more because these fights are crazy. Man, you know, this film actually made Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim into the stars they are today, you know, working in Hollywood. So it's a really awesome film. I'd like to give an honorable mention to a film that I've never seen, and that is The Grandmaster. It is a Tony Leung film directed by Wong Kar-wai, who directed In the Mood for Love. And he's worked with Tony Leung many times. Can't even speak English. Many times. The Grandmaster is an Ip Man story. It's a very stylized Ip Man story, okay? None of the Ip Man stories that are out there are really that true to the real life story of Ip Man. They're all very, I wouldn't say completely stylized, but embellished to make it have more entertainment value, okay? Donnie Yen's Ip Man, you know, it's they're very embellished stories of the real Ip Man, okay? It just to make it more exciting for cinematic effect. Anyways, The Grandmaster is another retelling of Ip Man, completely disconnected from Donnie Yen's Ip Man. This one is a very artistic look at Ip Man. The actions are very beautiful, beautifully filmed. And it also stars Zhang Ziyi, and I think that if you enjoyed Tony Leung's performance in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, you'll probably enjoy the Grandmaster. I've never seen it, but heard a lot of people talk about it. I do want to check it out, but it's just a great opportunity to see Tony Leung as a martial artist again. So that's why I'm recommending that one. Okay, anyways, that's all I got to say in this video. I hope you guys check out my recommendations, and there you have it. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.